Mike is making me uncomfortable, so I mean we're sitting here, Mike's standing.
Hey, could you bring
What's
out
the deal?
that's the one.
Yeah, there it
That's
is.
the one.
Wicked babies. They're taking all our honey and they're not even giving us credit. They put a bear on the bottle. Bears don't make honey, they steal honey.
There's
Your
a
roommate
bee.
is going to hear this and think I'm actually the craziest person alive.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
Dude, same.
They locked me in a padded room to die. Did you know that? I said die. I don't want to die.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to die.
Worm because you know why? Worms will
Worms.
eat you.
That's why.
Worms.
No, I get it.
Worms are crazy.
The worms will get you once you die.
Die.
After.
I don't want to die.
Worms will eat you when you die.
How
Worms are crazy. How they're wiggling around and
long do you
stuff.
think we could do that for?
Probably the full
Probably this
hour.
whole pod. Yeah.
Probably the full hour, dude.
I'm actually gonna have started this before, but we can do a little bit of that.
I say you get a little clap in
We're
there.
recording.
Something you can see in both cameras. Yep. Nice. If
These
you
mics
ever
feel
want to
good.
blackmail me, you have so much content to make me look absolutely insane. So, insane? I was insane once. Sir.
So you can actually don't look at that, but if you if you want to write with your fingers or something, you can like do it on there. Yeah, I can get you a pencil. You maybe pour some water on it. That'll be easier. You know, don't you dare pour water on it.
Get a knife out. Sorry.
Right with blood. Probably not the best way to start.
I was crazy once.
Oh, okay. So the first thing that I kind of wanted to talk to you about
Yeah.
is you and I have worked on a lot of music together. I'd like to work on more too if you
Yeah.
ever have time in the future.
Yeah.
but.
yeah, me too.
And I see you as a very impressive music producer. I think you're really good, and I think you don't even understand your own talent sometimes. But I think you have a very good idea of
Thank you.
this guy.
That's good.
Yeah, I think you have a very good way of turning your thoughts into like actually something tangible. So I guess to kind of start with that, where did all that kind of desire for being like a musician, a music producer come from? Where did that start? Like how did that form in you, you think?
You know, it was kind of like when I was a kid, I was pretty imaginative, like a lot of kids are, and should be, and should have the freedom to be imaginative.
Absolutely.
I got that, and the friends that I chose, like we were nerds, and we played. We didn't play sports on the playground. Like we played pretend. Like
Nerd.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, in hindsight, it was, but we loved it.
I get it.
And I think I was going through like middle school and it's being weird. Didn't have a lot of desire to do anything, so my parents forced me into something. They were like, "You need to try something. Like you need to do a sport. You need to do like an instrument."
Yeah.
So I joined orchestra and I played the violin, and that was like my first.
God, you played the violin. Yeah.
That was like my first creative like outlet, I would say. And then in high school, like
Yeah.
I was like violin's lame.
Yeah.
Nerds
I
play
think you
violin.
told me that actually. I think you said that.
Guitar players get girls. So I tried teaching myself guitar, and that's kind of around the time I probably met you. But that's kind of where it stemmed.
10th grade? I was in 10th.
Yeah, I probably would have been a freshman.
Yeah.
So when did you
Imagine.
start running?
Track my sophomore year.
Okay, yeah, it would have been that time because I think I started freshman year with Keegan Mazer and
That's
like
right, dude.
who else? I think it was mainly Keegan.
Keegan, if you ever see this, I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, I think he's doing well. Every now and then I see his brother and him like in Ace Bell's videos, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's probably where it started from. And then like my mind has always just been one to wander. I wouldn't say it's like maybe a level or a form of ADHD or something like that.
Yeah.
But like I've always had just like crazy trains of thought that just go on and on and on and on. D&D was a big one. Dungeons and Dragons.
Definitely thought you were going to say DMT.
Acid. Crack cocaine definitely got me there.
Yeah.
That's probably why I am the way I am.
If you see him turning from the camera, he's just...
Sorry, I shouldn't make fun of addiction.
But D&D actually got you.
Oh, yeah.
How did that affect you creatively?
So the way that I like to describe Dungeons and Dragons to people who haven't played it, it's, and many people have described it better than me, but to me it is a board game first and foremost. But it is a board game that you get to play with your friends, and in doing so, you go through this narrative storytelling, it's group storytelling.
Yeah.
And you, in the moment while you're playing, are rolling dice and deciding the things you want to do with those dice, but you're also doing like what I would consider to be improv.
Cool.
So you get to write a character up. And
yeah.
if you're the dungeon master, you get to write a whole story that those characters go through. And I didn't like DM at first. I didn't try to DM first.
Is that Dungeon Master?
Yeah, Dungeon Master. Or Game Master, some people call it.
Dungeon Master's way cooler.
I think it sounds cooler. It's also nerdy at the same time. But I made like players first, and I played in homebrew campaigns that my friends made. So homebrew is like something you've written, and then there's pre-written modules that exist from the people who made Dungeons and Dragons and other stuff out there that's on the internet. But anyway, I started writing characters and creating, backstories, and I try to make them as in-depth as possible so that they feel real, so they feel human. Also obsessed with video games, which is probably where I pulled a lot of that from. Dude. Big gamer. One of the
biggest gamers.
But yeah, I would say that those are probably the two biggest avenues that kind of started like this, like, I don't know, my creative paths. And yeah. But, and I've stemmed in different directions for both of them. Obviously, I went to school for music, and
so kind of walk us through that. Like, so you said you started playing it was violin, right? Not like viola.
Yeah, it was violin.
Okay.
Oh,
so you started doing that in middle school, and then kind of walk us through the progression of the, like, I guess now up to now.
So violin, it was played in orchestra through middle school. And it was just strings. That's all it was. So we had a full section of strings. It was bass, cello, viola, violin. Did that until about junior year. And then somewhere in between like sophomore and junior, I started playing the guitar. I think you taught me a lot. Like Caleb.
Really? I think the other way around. I thought you taught me a lot.
Well, I think Caleb Cousins also was part of that too.
Yeah.
To some degree.
I'll have him on the pod soon.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe he can clear that up.
Sick. Yeah. But FCA was really big for that.
Right. I completely forgot about FCA.
It was probably the first time I played guitar in front of people, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like got to a decision junior year where I got to a point where I had to make a decision junior year about what I wanted to pursue for higher education. And I wasn't sure. I was like kind of at like a standstill looking at paths in front of me. Yeah. And I couldn't decide which one I wanted to go down. And I looked at different schools, some private Christian schools that had, digital media and other stuff. And I wanted to go to a public school. I wish in hindsight I hadn't wanted to go to a public school. I think a private Christian school would have been better, not for my bank account in long term, but
that's what I did. It was not good for my bank account.
For my mental health, it would have been better probably. Yeah. So I went to Middle Tennessee State University and I studied audio production.
Okay.
And while I was there, it was a mix of live sound, studio recording, mixing, mastering, and broadcast as well. Cool. And then my minor was entertainment technology, which is video and post-production, pre-production, and multicam and single cam. So got opened up to a world of different opportunities and like pathways for creative outlets. And after that, I ended up doing 7 semesters. And in my final semester, I think I've told you this before, but I got to a point in those higher level classes and I was going through some mental health issues. COVID hit while I was in college.
Did that help? Did that help a lot?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Spent a lot of time alone.
Yeah.
Which was not great for me. Some people are great at it. I'm not. And
I relate.
I needed to get out of there. And those classes were like, it wasn't the part that I loved about music that I was doing in those classes.
Yeah.
And I learned to hate an aspect of it. And it was probably, a mix of things that were causing me to
Yeah.
get to that point. But
And COVID made it a lot harder. So
it did.
yeah, absolutely.
So I left and I worked for my dad for a while, and I kind of like just worked on music in my own time. We've worked on stuff together during that time. I mean, since we met each other, I think we were working on stuff.
Yeah, pretty nonstop. I
Yeah.
mean, well, on and off. We'll do it. Do
Yeah.
it for a while, and we'll stop for a while. Don't do it for a while.
Yeah, we only kind of half finished the songs that we'd make, which sucks. And I wish we could release more stuff.
We
I've
still
got, like-
can.
I know
There's
we
still
can.
time.
I know we've just been busy.
Yeah. Yeah, life gets busy. So, I guess I want to focus a little bit more on college itself.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure at some point someone will watch this that wants to go to college for music
Sure.
production or any of those other things you just listed.
Yeah.
What really was the biggest thing that made you pick MTSU for that? And then how do you feel like you progressed over time through college? Maybe like excluding the end of it where you just felt burnt out and COVID-y and all that. Like what's the good times you took from it, and what did you really learn?
So part of me really wanted to go to a public school, a state school.
Yeah.
Because of the people that I would interact with. Like I wanted to meet new and different people and be changed by them in a way. And the reason I chose MTSU was really because of their facilities. I mean, they had for me, it was the best facilities I'd ever seen. I'd never been in a studio like that.
Yeah.
And it looked really legit. And it was. They had some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I can have access to these studios, I will become a better musician and creator. Which isn't necessarily the case. There's a lot you can do with a Focusrite, Scarlett 2i2, or whatever in your bedroom. And there's tons of people on the internet that have become prolific artists just making stuff.
Absolutely.
At home.
I feel like most new artists probably start in their bedroom or living room doing something along these lines, which is so cool.
100%. I mean, like Billie Eilish,
With Phineas, yeah.
Phineas, they started doing GarageBand.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely. I might have made that up, but I'm pretty positive. There's a guy named David, I think, DV.
Yeah.
But he does.
I know him.
He does all his stuff at home.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of examples that I can't think of right now, but those two are some pretty prime ones.
But on the flip side of that, I think there is definitely an importance to going to like a professional studio and actually having that experience and learning what that's like.
For sure.
Because even though it might not be as common as it used to be, that's still where a ton of legendary artists and bands have recorded and how it's been done for a long time, and you learn the techniques. Like I've been in a pretty legit studio recently too in Greenville, and I've just learned a ton just from seeing what he does and how he's there. So definitely these days being in your home and recording and doing your own thing is awesome, but I think there's also just so much utility you get from actually going to a studio, which was probably more so where your head was at the time.
Yeah.
Might have been some like shiny object syndrome too, but maybe like a mix of that, would you say?
Really nice microphones.
Yeah.
I mean, also like from that, you know, there's a point to be said about the professors that are there. They're all incredible people, except maybe like one or two that are gen eds, which everyone
We won't talk about them. I want to dox them.
But no,
Just a joke.
absolutely not. The school that I was in, the college that I was in, not the university, but the college, the recording studio arts. It was the recording industry. You had songwriting degree, and then you also had a music management, which was kind of cool. It was like 3 separate degrees that they just saw over.
Yeah.
Those professors were awesome. A lot of them had long careers in Nashville or like other large areas like Memphis or something like that, where music was a large portion, or like music was the most significant addition to the culture in those cities. Like they had jobs and they existed within that niche and biome during some pretty incredible times for music. So I learned a lot from them.
Yeah.
And I attribute a lot of that knowledge to them. I'm the type of person that likes to learn from people. I don't like to like, I mean, I can, but I don't love to go on YouTube and learn something for myself. I'm getting to the point where I think I'm like 25 now and I have to do more of that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay doing more of that. Older folks like to teach younger folks, and I'm getting older. So I need to start learning stuff to teach, right? But yeah, the people and the facilities.
Made a huge difference.
Yeah, that was the main reason. So I think there's definitely an argument for trying it out. At the end of the day, I think where I would have ended up and what I realized in my 7th semester, and which is ultimately the reason I don't have the piece of paper today, is it's just a piece of paper. And if you spent that same amount of time going to your local studio and trying to get involved, you would be just as good as I was, if not better off in what I had learned versus what you would learn practically, right?
And you could spend a couple $1,000s actually like being like going to a producer and saying, hey, like let me study under you and really learn instead of bankrupting your future, which I did it too, so I get it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah. And I guess in a more specific way, like did the classes kind of start more like musical as like education and kind of learning about compression and EQ? Like did they just jump you right in?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay.
Some of it was like, yeah, it was kind of a mix all around the board, and you kind of just got like more advanced as you moved up in your years or semesters, or you know, from a 1,000 level class to a 4,000 level class. But kind of
what's
like
that progression, I guess.
It's just very introductory to all these different subjects. But I had history of the recording industry. I had a class that was called Digital Audio Tech, which studied Pro Tools. And how to use a recording DAW or a digital audio workstation. For those of you that are unfamiliar, I know that Adam is. Pro Tools is the industry standard, or was at least for a long time. I don't know if it is anymore.
It's not what I use, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly. I don't use it anymore. And then I took an advanced level class of that same class, Digital Audio Tech, like 2 or whatever it was. Later on, there was like a live sound class where we had a cool like cafe that was on campus, and it used to be like a dinner hall or something like that, and they turned it into like a Subway. And then they left the rest of it for one of my professors, Frank Baird, Frank Baird is an amazing person. He is the one person that I will call out from GSU in a non-negative way. He's amazing. His favorite phrase was, "Life is good. Life is good." He said it all the time. Yeah. Does that sound? What says? You see that sibilance? Yeah. Sibilance. It's a little boomy in the mic. A little boomy in the mic. Yeah. Life is good. We turn it down.
Like the turtle from Finding Nemo.
Life is soul patch. Yeah. He had a soul patch. Gray spiky hair. Like he was the shit in the 90s. And I mean that like he probably was. He was a cool dude. He was my live sound. We had like some kind of signals and systems class with him or something like that, where we learned about waveforms and how audio travels and how different rooms and how acoustics work. We didn't like go into a full acoustician like syllabus, but it was, we touched on all these things, all these physical properties of a room that can affect how your sound is captured. Mics, speakers, all this stuff. He was also my live sound professor, like I was saying. And so we were in this cafe. That's where the class was held. And I can't remember when I had it. I think it was after, like right when we came back from COVID, when I had this class, which was amazing.
Oh, yeah, we did come back from COVID.
Because we'd go to this cafe, and he had built a stage.
Whoa.
And what he would do in this class was show us how to set up speakers and set up mixing stations. You have a front of house, which is out in the crowd. If you've ever been to a concert, you see like a big old board, and one dude's like turning some knobs and stuff and pushing sliders and all that. That's the front of house. You also have a side stage. I forget the exact terminology for that board. Yeah. But what they do is they mix what the musicians are hearing. So
Oh, okay. So you have one for the people and then one for the musicians?
exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got the consumer and the artist separate on the channels that they are hearing back to each other.
Interesting.
You got stage monitors. I don't know if you ever seen like somebody stand up on stage. They put their foot up on what looks like a black box. That's a speaker that's pointed towards them.
It's not cardboard. It's real.
It's not just stage props. Like those are big, expensive speakers that are pointed back at them. Sometimes they have inner monitors too, and we learn how to control all these boards. And essentially, this was like the one thing that he instilled in us more than anything was how to follow the signal flow.
Okay.
That's from mic to line to interface to line to DAW or mixing board, back out to whatever you're monitoring through via
So
a
it's
line
this whole
you follow
circular
this
flow.
channel,
Okay.
you follow this river, and if there's ever any problems, the whole idea was that for live sound, you could figure out where that problem was as fast as possible,
Oh, cool.
which was cool.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
pretty sweet. Okay.
Studio recording. We got to be in the studios, and we did multi input recording. I can't remember what the classes were called, but we had one where we recorded a singular artist, and then there was another class where you recorded a whole band, and we literally had bands come in, and the whole class would be running around being little mic techs. This studio was packed, plus you had musicians, and the teachers just sitting back letting it all happen.
Yeah.
Because we'd have online seminars where he'd tell us about the stuff, and he'd be like, all right, everybody meet in the studio, mask up. Like,
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
everyone has a job,
Yeah.
and it's crowded, and you plug cables in, and you get ready, and here's how all the instruments are going to be set up in the room. Get those lines where they need to be, get the mics that we want where they need to be, isolate the drummer, do all this stuff, get and it was intense.
Yeah. Was it just like local bands, or was it anyone like actually big that like because it's near Nashville, right? It's like 40 minutes from Nashville.
People trying to make it in
Yeah.
Nashville,
Yeah.
mostly.
Okay.
I don't even remember their name.
Well, it's been 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
Yeah, if it was big, I think I would remember them. I think, but yeah, they were just a small time band, and then we got to record some of our own stuff, which was super fun.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Had some mixing classes where it was just here's all your stems, which are like all of the instruments separated out in the song, and it was mix that into a song that sounds good, like it needs to go and get published on Spotify or get ready for radio.
Yeah.
And we had to address all these minute little differences and frequencies to make it sound good. And it was kind of a subjective thing, which is why I hated getting graded on it. The way that we did get graded on it sometimes,
Yeah.
but
I mean, but there is some sense of objectivity
Yes.
to it too.
Yeah.
Like it has to meet this threshold,
Exactly.
even though you subjectively think
Yes.
it's to that point.
yeah. So like, but
I
for
hear,
instance,
I hear what you're saying too.
yes, there were objective values that needed to be met. However, like one person may enjoy bass lines more than the other. There's a lot of people that listen to music just for the bass line.
There's some that don't even know there's a bass there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't even hear it, right? And everyone has different hearing too, so that's the other thing. But
What?
Huh? Did you say something?
You've been talking this whole time?
Yep. Frankly, we're building the wall like they're building the battle pass. It's coming out very quickly. There's nothing they can do to stop us.
Okay.
Monetization of video games. We're teaching the kids to gamble and purchase subscriptions. V-Bucks. I've got a small loan of 1 million V-Bucks my father gave me. My father gave me a small loan of 1 million V-Bucks.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
Fortnite.
So you do music?
What's that? No. What?
You do music?
I think you got the wrong guy. You got the wrong guy, bro.
I think you kind of
Music-
answered. I think you
music-
kind of answered that question though.
Music is interesting. I feel like I've put it on the back burner
You
a
like
lot
jazz? Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, me too. Well, kind of, sorta. I get it though. It's unfortunately it feels like an easy thing to put on the back burner.
Oh, yeah.
I wish it didn't feel that way. But I don't know. I guess personally, I don't feel really led to pursue it right now. You know, I don't feel Like I want to be invested in it heavily in the moment. I've been doing studio sessions every Tuesday with Matt Morgan. He's a producer at Sit and Spin Studios. It's a legit studio. Maybe I'll like put some pictures on the screen. Maybe Jamie will edit in some pictures or something.
Jamie, can you look that up real quick? Is that a real studio or is he lying?
Yeah, but I mean it's legit. Like he's got like a $20,000 mic, bro.
I'm an adult. Just for the record. I'm 25 years old. Dude, mics can get expensive. Did I tell you about my dream mic that I purchased?
That's the clip right there. Mics can get expensive.
Dude, they're expensive, man. You wouldn't think about it. This little guy right here is probably what? 99?
That was $100.
$100, yeah.
Not 99.
99 plus a penny. Dude, my dream mic, it was I don't know if you remember, I know you're a fan of this EP when it came out. Brent.
I knew you were going to be Jeremy Zucker.
Jeremy Zucker
Yeah.
and Chelsea Cutler.
Chelsea Cutler. They made 3 of those now, by the way.
Wow.
There's 3 Brents.
There's 3.
There's 3 Brents. Who knows what
I've never met a singular Brent in my life, and this guy's met 3. That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
In crazy, that's what I said. Like combined insane with crazy. I was. Once I was.
Crazy?
Yes. But I remember watching, I don't know if it was like music videos or like documentaries behind the scenes, and I saw this mic. And I love...
You've talked about this before.
I love the vocals
Yeah.
from that album. That was probably my favorite part of the whole thing. And I was like, I gotta find that mic. I've never seen that mic before in my life. Never heard of the brand. And the crazy thing about all the imagery that they put on social media, it didn't include the mic faced towards the camera. So you couldn't see who made it. So I researched, just looked up a bunch of different mics for like weeks. And I finally found it. And this company,
I got to the bottom.
This company that no longer makes this mic anymore. It was called Violet. I think it was called Violet. They made the Violet Amethyst. They made it in a standard and a vintage. They were using the vintage, I think, in the EP recording.
Wow. I wonder if they use it again in the next EPs.
I don't know if they continued to use it or not, but
should we DM them?
They wouldn't respond. But
not with that attitude.
I think I asked him. I think I was like, "Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Jerem.
Hey, Jerem. What you doing, man?
What's up?
Hey, Zuck.
Mr. Zuck. Zuck dog. How's it going? Jay Cut. What you up to?"
Ooh, interesting question that I didn't have written down. Quinn, XEII,
yeah.
Jeremy, was that his name, Jeremy Zucker? Mm-hmm. Chelsea Cutler, Lau, that kind of sound.
Yeah.
I feel like they peaked between about 2017 and maybe 2021 or 22. And I think the world's kind of moved past that sound a little bit.
A little bit.
You think so?
A little bit. It's bedroom pop.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Bedroom pop was incredibly popular at the time.
Popular.
That's why they call it pop. Edit that out.
Hey.
Have fun. So,
fun loser.
Yeah, I think it has moved on a little bit. I mean, also, you named 3 artists who are signed with Visionary Music Group.
Didn't know that.
Quinn, Chelsea Cutler, Jeremy Zucker. You want to know 2 more that were really big? I've been on the low. I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. I feel like my life ain't mine.
Who is that? Is it Black?
Who can relate?
Oh, that's Logic?
Yeah.
Nice.
And the other one is, I think, which song to sing? Oh,
John Bellion?
Yep.
Nice.
Those 2, I think, will be the biggest ones. And I want to say that John Bellion wrote a lot of, or at least was involved in the making of a lot of Quinn's music as well. So, which is kind of cool.
That makes sense. They kind of have a similar sound.
They do.
You know?
Yeah. I think Visionary Music Group, the guy who is their main producer, he is incredible. If I look at like inspirations for music production, he's definitely one of them. Dude's got incredible talent and skill.
Okay.
So him and John Bellion just like working together is amazing.
What about Benny Blanco? He's made everything, dude. everything.
Him and John
Yeah.
definitely did a lot. I'd say Benny probably has done more. I don't know. I haven't seen the numbers. They don't show it to me often.
They actually don't give you the numbers. It's
More
crazy.
yeah. The Billboard Top 100s, though, they've got a bunch of hits up there. So, did you listen to John Bellion's new album, by the way?
I need to. I heard a couple of the singles that came up before, and I was a big fan of those.
Pretty good.
I missed, was it 2015 John Bellion, where he's like walking and there's like...
Did his legs stop working, bro? Shit! How did I not know this?
You know the album cover? Because I'm out in Old Town.
Yeah,
That one?
That's Human something.
Human Condition.
Human Condition. Yeah.
I knew that.
So he came out with an album 2 years later. Might have been 3 years later.
The
Glory.
underwater one. Glory Sound Prep.
It's just bluish. It's not underwater.
It's underwater, bro. It's Atlantis.
not underwater.
It's Atlantis.
It looks kind of like Atlantis.
Is it Atlantis?
Nope.
I'm breaking the fourth wall for this.
I promise you, dude. It's not Atlantis. I think it looks like Atlantis a little bit.
Oh, does it?
And it's bluish. He has a song called Blue.
He does have a song called Blue. Is that because he's underwater?
Maybe.
That leads me to another question
he's
I have.
underwater.
We've gotten to question 2. This is question 2. You ready?
Yeah, sorry.
No. Why are you sorry?
Because this is going to be the longest
What
episode
is
you've
this?
ever had in here. So much editing. Good luck.
I'm happy with the editing. What is the single most important thing you could tell someone that's interested in producing music or becoming a music producer?
Make shit. Just make stuff. Make whatever you can all the time, whenever you feel like it. Mm-hmm. If you get bored with it, 20 minutes later, try a little longer. Come back to it the next day. Be diligent. And I know that's difficult to do. I struggle with it a lot.
Hard as can be, dude. It's so hard.
And just
it's so easy to like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's so easy to start doing something for 2 hours and then you come back the next day and you're like,
well, with production, and
Yeah.
you know this, but like motivation can be a big factor of what drives you to start something.
and timing of it. Yeah.
And that's the timing. But like when
Yeah.
you start listening to a loop over and over, you get
700
in
times.
loop hell is what I
Yeah,
call it, where
yeah.
you're just listening to the same like 4 chords or whatever. I would say, yeah, just make stuff and keep at it.
How many times do you think John Bellion heard, I'm Madden,
I think this guy, I think highly of him. I think he's also like a little cocky, but
Yeah.
he also is like a different breed of human where I think he can just listen to it
Like
over
in the
and
underwater?
over and yeah, he can breathe underwater and still listen to music, which is hard to do if you've
Walk
ever.
and chew gum at the same
you-
time. Bro.
He can rub his belly and pat his head, which is don't even get me started. But no, he's like I think he can just listen to it over and over and over
Probably.
and not get tired of it. Unless he's like something sounds off and I need to fix it, and he can find those little details and pull them out. So, but
Okay. So that's the biggest thing you think you'd say is to just keep plugging.
yeah, I mean,
Plugging.
and like it's okay to step away for a little bit as well too. You know, there's the counter argument to that is like just if you are done with something and burn out from a specific song, just step away from it a little bit. Maybe come up with another idea. Write something else with whatever time you want to spend or have left to spend, and come back to it. So,
I like that. Cool.
yeah.
I think that's really good. I think that's very helpful. And then the last question I wanted to talk about, maybe last question on music, is how did you specifically, I mean, we may have answered this a little bit, but how did you find your voice as a producer?
When you say voice as a producer, could you elaborate on what you mean specifically?
Everyone has their own specific way that they produce and record, and like John Bellion's style is going to be much different than Ed Sheeran's style, or you could do 100 different examples. I guess what are the biggest people that you took inspiration from to kind of make your own style of production for your own music, or maybe doing it for other people?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. I think it's mainly kind of what I listened to mostly as I was, pursuing music, and I say was because I'm not as much anymore. But there were a lot of artists that I thought were like superior to others, and not actually superior. Like I was just like, I like these songs way more. I like this artist's songs; they're amazing. And sometimes I'd like listen to them and try to mix my songs to sound kind of like them. But like mostly my sound is it just comes naturally. Like you don't even you don't try for it. It's just like a combination of the plugins you use and your interface and what instruments you are drawn towards, and the genre in which you occupy. And if you record your own vocals, like obviously you have a way that you sing. Everyone does, and that can change over time, right? But
probably should change over time. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's funny. Like you listen to like stuff you recorded on GarageBand, like back in high school, and some of the more recent stuff that you've listened to, and it's like way different.
Completely.
And usually in a good way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're
Hopefully.
like, damn, that was a banger. I wish I could
finished that.
Could have caught that.
Yeah.
Could have caught that and ran with it, but. Yeah, it's just a combination of everything. And I don't even know if my sound is like, I can't even say I found a sound because I only have one song that's released. Or two. One. Because I got rid of Love. I took Love off of streaming services. Remember the one I did with
that's
Isaac?
right, you did, yeah.
But Frustrated is on streaming platforms still.
Frustrated. It's a good song.
And that was me
I like
just
that song
like,
a lot.
the band Camino was kind of like a huge draw for me during that time. And I wanted something that was more aggressive and kind of grungy and rocky. But like with my bedroom pop vocals, it was like this weird, not great song. Like it was okay.
I love Frustrated, dude.
It was okay.
I love it.
What I love the most about Frustrated was on Spotify, you have that canvas.
Yes, and it flips around every different, like the drummer and the guitars, and it's all different colors.
Making that and then seeing that and then releasing the song with that on there, it felt so professional.
Absolutely.
I was so proud of myself.
You should be still. That's pretty cool.
But that was my favorite part because I think I was tired of hearing the song. And I was like, whatever. Someone else can hear it. I just want to look at this cool canvas that I made. So, but
you'll listen to the song on mute.
Yeah, listen to the song on mute and just look at myself in 4 different outfits spinning around a room
with different colors.
Yeah, I think it's cool, but yeah, my sound is like it's just you just develop it unintentionally, I think, and you change the things you don't like, and hopefully other people like it.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of branching off of that, as an artist, I do feel like there is this, and we kind of touched on it some. I feel like there's this constant battle in my mind. Like one half tells me that I can make anything I want, and the other half tells me that I'll never be good enough to create something that I'm truly proud of. And of course that changes over time and you get better and better, but still that voice is always there. Kind of talk to me about how self-doubt has maybe impacted your ability to be creative and express yourself in the way you'd truly like to.
There were a lot of times when I was making music that I would write like a guitar riff or some vocals and I would record it. And I hated my own voice for a really long time. I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, yeah, yes, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It takes time. So like in the time that you're growing as an artist and as a musician or a vocalist, you're always going to be what is the phrase? You're always going to be your number one like critic.
Oh, for sure.
And I think it's important to put those critiques aside as best you can and just make whatever you can and post it. I don't think it has to be amazing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Put something out there for the world to see.
Yeah.
And the world will be critics as well.
But I mean, you suck.
Most of the time, like if you've got a good support system, like people will tell you like, that your song's great and, maybe you believe them or don't, but that's where you realize the parts that are not good or something like that. Like when someone compliments something that when you were recording it and you hit send and you were like, really wish I would have fixed that part.
Yeah.
It's in that moment when they're like, oh, I like that part. You're like,
yeah. Wait, what?
You're both confused. It's just, you talk about this constant battle in your head.
Yes.
It's like that's where the battle in your head becomes like a weird disagreement with someone else, and you're like, okay, well, maybe it wasn't that bad, but also I think I should still fix that next time. And it's you can't really get beyond that battle in your head unless you put what's in your head out there, and you do that to the best of your ability.
Something that I find really interesting is that, like, these last 2 songs I released, Never Second Guessed It and Back to That Moment, there's And when I first released them, I thought they sounded so good. Like I didn't hear anything necessarily wrong with them, but as time's gone on and I've listened to them, they all be like, "Oh, I heard that and I wish I'd changed that. Oh, I heard that and I wish I'd changed that. Oh my God, there's too much reverb. No." And I feel like that's what I struggle with the most, is stopping me from wanting to really dive hard in another song, because it's like, will I get it right in a way that I'm okay with now?
Yeah.
And you kind of fight that perfectionism.
I mean, like, to me, like, from my perspective, looking at the work that you've done, the discography that you have on streaming services now, that should be what you focus on. I've already made these amazing songs. Why would I let two that I haven't finished stop me from pursuing something else or another song?
It's fair.
There's always going to be another song. You know how many demos I have that I'm never going to finish?
57. That's my guess. I bet.
I don't.
I bet if you.
I don't know. That was a rhetorical question, Adam.
I bet if you go through this computer and go through the old Logic files, or even my old computer, I bet there's over 100 files that are just 4 to 16 bars.
Yeah, they're short little snippets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the same thing. I have at least 6.
Yeah. Way to lowball it, bro.
But it's at least 6. Nah, dude. I mean, it's like, you know, that battle is always going to be there, but you have to put more out in order to become more confident in yourself.
Yeah.
So, and I say that having only one song on streaming services.
But you've helped me make so many of mine, almost all of mine. So
I don't know how many, but not all.
I
of
did
yours.
Lesbia by myself. Then we did.
Yeah.
That's when I
Which
knew
is a great song.
we did. Yeah, thank you.
I go back and listen to it like all the time.
you?
I'm like, dang, like maybe if I just had like left him alone, he would have kept making bangers. But I also love the songs that we made together.
Yeah,
as well.
they're very good. I was pulling up Spotify for artists the other day. I typically float around somewhere between 45 to 75 monthly listeners still, which I
Nice.
still find crazy that people listen to me.
Yeah. I'm like 40 of them.
You are different accounts all over the place.
I'm at least one of them.
And about 2 weeks ago, I checked my Spotify for artists. I'm like, I got like 100 streams yesterday. What the heck?
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
3 people listened to, no, not even 3 people. 1 person listened to each of my songs at least 13 times. Some like more than that. And I couldn't tell where it was from, but I have listeners from like India and Bangladesh and Australia. It was one of them. Maybe even someone from like Greenville or Charlotte or something. But somebody, whoever you are, if you happen to see this, you're a real one.
You have to listen to this guy, Adam Moore. He's so freaking good. Let me tell you. How he has not blown up the charts, I do not understand. Freaking crazy, man.
Thank you for that. So, what is your favorite project that you've created musically? That could be something we worked on. It could be something you've released, haven't released. It could be anything.
You know, I really enjoyed the creative process in Just When You Think You're Okay. Mm-hmm. I know it's a depressing song.
It's so sad.
But I loved making that song. It was so fun. That's probably my favorite of yours that we've worked on.
Me too. Wait, no, that's I Like Me Better. How does the little vocal chop go? Yeah,
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, that was a fun
I love
song.
that
was a fun
song.
song.
Of my own stuff, it's actually something that I haven't released yet. There was a little, you know what? I was a couple of months is my most recent song actually. And this is like the thing of like always improving. I think my most recent stuff is probably my best stuff. And that's probably why the reason I don't post stuff, because I'm always getting better. I can't be stopped. But the most recent one, I was playing Everlong by the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And I like was in that tuning. You have to drop to like D or D flat or something like that. And I just started like messing around, which like a more advanced guitarist will be like, kid's never played around in drop D before. This newbie, of course, everything sounds good and whatever. And I just started messing around with this melody, and I found this really cool little guitar melody. And I think I've sent it to you, but I
think so.
It was a short little clip. But I really liked and I thought the melody was sick, and then it was like the whole town's better get out my way. Remember that one?
A different project?
We'll listen to it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was but anyway,
Send me the clips. I'll put them on here.
I really like that one. Whatever I make most recently, I'm probably most happy with.
Yeah.
But I got some good little stuff that I could include, like an EP of songs. Like if I just finished them out. Yeah.
Hey, send me the clips and we'll put them on there. I'll clip them for social media, and then if you're cool with it, we'll play them and see.
Yeah.
We'll let people judge you in real time.
Let's do it.
Or not. That's okay too.
I want to do it. Hell yeah.
So
Judge my work when it's
Yeah.
unfinished.
critique me. Yeah.
I will change it entirely by the time it's.
So anything else besides that, or you kind of think that covered? I mean, that's probably most of what we've made.
Oh, I did some cool stuff with Kelby.
Oh yeah. He's releasing new music, isn't he?
I know he's been talking about some stuff, but what he's doing is he's a producer down in Atlanta right now, like recording out of his living space, and he's got some like really promising like young artists coming through there that
Cool.
that have a lot of potential, and I think Kelby, if he would put more out, he has the potential as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too.
Yeah, I think "Stay With Me" was cool. I really like that song.
Yeah.
I helped him write like one or two other songs that he released on an album with this other dude. Just like a singular line that I helped out with. That was cool.
You basically wrote this
I know, I did.
song.
I know. He wouldn't have had it without me. But that's back then. It was like we were still in the studios, and so it felt so real.
Yeah, it felt authentic.
Yeah, and it was a different kind of production. Like for that song, we had a full band. I was in an isolation booth. Kelby was in an isolation booth. Yeah, it was fun stuff.
Everyone was
That's
on
a
an island.
different experience. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
but I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
That's perfect then.
All the stuff we've done has been amazing. So I
think so, too.
love working on music with you.
Me too, man. It's always fun. It's always a good time. We need to do it more.
Yeah,
It's hard to find time, but we need to. We really do.
carve it out of
Yeah.
the schedule, even if it's like we found a Monday afternoon to do this. So
Yeah,
I think
no
maybe we
kidding.
could. And you're not far from Malden, so
This is something I just thought of.
Yes.
If you could retire today, money's not a problem. What would you do?
well, I'd probably think for a week about it. At least a week. I'd probably do some traveling. Love traveling.
Traveling.
Traveling's amazing. If I had the money, travel. I think I'd own my own studio, start my own studio, record label. I go try to be a voice actor.
It's true, you could.
I would invest in Greenville Off-Road because I want my brother and my dad's dream to come to fruition as well, which has been really fun. But I get to spend a lot of time with Liv. Hopefully I could pay for her to retire too, right?
Yeah, money's not an issue. You can do whatever you want, brother.
Yeah, I'd probably pay. Yeah,
I'd probably let her keep working.
if money wasn't an issue, yeah, probably help out all my friends. Like, hey, you want to start a studio with me? Start a studio
Dude, that
together?
is literally a dream of mine. I know a building.
Studio. Dude, that's crazy. I've never seen a building before. You know of one? Are you like first name basis, or is it like you kind of got your foot in the door?
We used to date, you know. No, if you go that way, there's a building.
Damn. In Greenville? No way.
No way, bro.
That's wild.
And it's been a dream of mine to make it into a music studio one day. So whenever Passion Projects takes off, it can be a podcast studio and a music studio.
Yeah, dude. You kind of have to do that.
Yeah, kind of.
Because, like, music is like, you either have to be running it 24/7 and have, like, blocked out times for said person to be in here. You could have a mic tech. There's, like, obviously, whatever producer is going to be at that studio, like, 100% of the time. At least, like, have somebody else, like, train some kid up or something
The
like
guy
that.
I work with, he does it all on his own. He does it all.
Tough.
Yeah,
That's
he
tough.
like moves the mic, fucking goes back to his little desk, and it's like,
Yeah.
and then we do it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know much about the music scene in Greenville, but
We should come by to the studio sometime, man.
That'd be
I'll
sick.
see if Matt wouldn't mind if you come. He's pretty cool. So,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
sweet. It's
we-
done.
Can we work on our personal stuff? Like, can we work on
Yeah.
like our music?
Yeah, we could. I mean, I'm recording a song with him right now.
Sick.
So, yeah. And he's legit. He's really talented. He can play bass. He can play guitar very, very well. He can play drums. He can play the mandolin.
That's cool. I like the mandolin. That's a good instrument.
Yeah.
Like, dude, when you say like you play guitar, it's like, okay. Back in high school, I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. I should do that. But if for musicians to look at another musician and that person be like, I play the mandolin, that's like one of those
Major
like,
humble
oh,
brag.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's this guy's something else. Like I like the mandolin.
Yeah.
So what about a mandola? You ever heard of a mandola?
I don't like what you just called me.
You never heard of a mandola before?
Mandingo. I've never heard of a mandola. No.
Mandola. All right, so there's violin and viola. There's mandolin and mandola.
Okay.
There's also mellow.
You're making up words right
Mace. No, I am. Mandola is a real thing. It's like a deeper mandolin. That's all it is.
now. Okay.
Deeper.
This is going to be so much editing, dude.
Yep.
Oh.
Have fun.
So, transitioning off of music, we've destroyed that topic, okay? It's
Smash. Like people are going to smash the like button. We smash that topic.
hey everybody, smash the like button, okay?
And subscribe.
Talk to me about Greenville Off-Road. I want to hear about it.
Yeah,
I've
so
only seen the social media. That's it.
you've seen the Instagram and stuff?
I saw the trip to Moab.
Yeah.
But tell me about the company, what it is, who runs it, all that.
Yeah, so it's my dad and my brother. It's kind of their passion project.
Cool.
He said the thing.
Whoa.
I'm growing to love it as well. So it's slowly becoming one of mine, but it's an expensive hobby. Essentially, they have always, Corey, Brittany, Trent, they've always been into off-roading. Which if you don't know, it's when your vehicle goes off the road. And so like Corey's had a Jeep for over a decade.
Wait, can we go back a little bit?
Corey's my brother.
I can't follow you. This is too
I'm
complex,
sorry.
bro.
What's up?
It's too complex. So
Off the road?
off the road?
Yeah, so here's the road. This is where we go.
Okay. Oh.
You kind of veer, but on purpose.
Okay.
But there's like
So it's like what I want to do on the interstate, but then
yes,
but then you
into
can actually
oncoming
do it.
traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a tree, and you're only going 3 miles an hour.
but you don't hit it.
Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes I've seen some people do it.
Yeah.
Well, essentially, like they've been going off road and upgrading their vehicles kind of in the garage.
Cool.
At the house in Riverwalk and then the new place. But they got to a point where a lot of the stuff that they were wanting to have done was too advanced for garage work. Like you need a lift at the very least to get the car up in the air and work underneath it. So some of the services that they required you couldn't find in Greenville. At least not for a price or a quality that was worth it. And you had to go out of state, sometimes 6 hours away, leave your vehicle there for a day or two or more.
Who knows if you'll ever see it again?
That's right. And, at this point they're putting money into it and their vehicles. And we've been going to Moab. Dad and Corey went in 2019. I went with them, and Brittany and Corey went with them in 2021. So it was the 5 of us. I was just in the passenger seat taking videos and whatnot the entire time. And then in 2023, they were planning the Moab trip. We were doing it every other year, and they got to the point where they were just like, "We need to have this done before we go." And the topic came up. It's like, well, no one can do it near us. And then it was, well, why don't we?
Yeah.
Why don't we start a shop?
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so instead of going to Moab that year, they drew up some business plans, got an LLC, found a place,
Wow.
renovated the place.
And that was in 2023 that happened?
2023.
Okay.
And then opening date was January 1st, 2024.
Nice.
Soft open.
Sweet.
And the grand opening was May the 4th.
Be with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Big Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
But
Shout out Luke Skywalker.
do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
And so it's been open for a little over a year and a half now.
That's pretty cool.
I joined back in August and been working there since. But so we specialize in 4x4. We can work on like family, friends stuff or like, whatever. You need an oil change, that's fine. Service, repair, and then upfitting or aftermarket install is another term for it.
Okay.
Big tires, wheels, you want to do an engine swap, we can do it. You want a roll cage, we're working on it. We can't do
We'll get there.
we can't do alignments yet. So we've been outsourcing that, but we want to get an alignment machine, and we have plans to expand, possibly moving to a new location or making more of the space we're currently in. So I've been growing, been doing well. And then we went to Moab most recently in 2025. So we skipped 2023. But yeah, so
Cool.
they wanted
Sweet.
to create this business without the expense of losing their passion for off-roading.
Makes sense.
So we've been
smart.
We dedicate time to go off road, and we just invite our customers. So it's not like we're going on a guided trail. You can sign up and pay $50 and join
Yeah,
us, and here's a waiver you got to sign. It's we're going. If you want to come, you're welcome to join us. We're not liable for anything that happens to your vehicle while you're out there. But
Didn't I say on Instagram, like I think today or a couple days ago, you posted that there was like a crack you went over?
yeah,
What's it called?
the golden crack.
The golden crack.
Yep.
Are we gonna get demonetized for this?
I hope not. I hope not. This is how I'm paying the bills, man.
Yeah. Passion projects or off road?
Passion projects or Greenville off road. Passion projects.
Okay, that's fair. That's what I thought. Yeah. I haven't seen a paycheck yet, so been wondering where those have gone.
Yeah, so you can just go ahead and send those residuals to my address. I'll send you the address.
So the golden crack. Tell me about that. What's up with the golden crack?
The Golden Crack is on a trail called Golden Spike, which connects to a trail called Poison Spider, which I don't understand. Which connects to the main road.
Yes.
Which is just off of the Colorado River.
Oh, cool.
You have to go by
really
boat.
pretty. Yes.
Then you go onto the land. No, there's highways along. Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely, the river is amazing.
If you actually go through the Colorado River and you go deep enough, you'll see where John Bellion recorded his album.
That's right. Deep in the Colorado River, deeper than the Grand Canyon, where the water still trickles, and it's blue.
Specifically.
Not orange.
That was
and yellow.
so
like the
stupid. I'm
desert.
sorry.
No, that was a good callback.
Thank you.
So that was the first day. Actually, no, the first day Liv and I went to Four Corners. Because it's something she's always wanted to see. And it was amazing. It was cool. But Golden Crack is an obstacle on Golden Spike, which has a bunch of obstacles, and it's pretty rocky terrain. I mean, you're out in the desert, and I don't know if you've seen the terrain out in Utah. You have.
It's pretty desolate. I've been to Utah. Yeah, it's pretty.
But you have these massive canyons that are just
Crazy
sandstone
gorgeous,
rock,
dude.
and they're
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Desert bushes just like cover them, and it's rocky. They call it what do they call it? Slickstone. I think they call it slickstone.
I've used that in Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great building material.
It is.
That with spruce, man.
Smooth
looks so
slickstone.
good. But anyway, the Golden Crack is a spot where there's a section of rock that's just started to split over time. I don't know if it's like through plate shifting or what, or just like erosion, weathering, and it's like just a challenge that you have to get over. Taking your vehicle through it is pretty rough because it's like the hole itself is probably the size of your tire, so your tire just like flexes down into it, and then the next one, and then you got to get the rears through.
I'll add the video from Instagram on here. It's crazy.
I smack my rear bumper on the like back half of the Golden Crack. There's probably a sexual innuendo in there somewhere, but sorry, you can edit that out.
No,
But
stays.
I mean, there was a ton of obstacles out there, and at that point in the day, we were 9 hours in. We were all incredibly tired,
Yeah.
being beaten upon by the sun, and like burnt. The wind is so crazy; it's so dry out there. Your eyes are dry. Like you're not like 7 days in the desert, lips cracking, but like it was kind of intense, and we were all getting angry with each other. Olivia was a trooper. She was in the passenger seat the whole time. And I told her it was going to be a long day. And I'm like, this was the first day we went off-roading, like truly off-roading.
Yeah.
And she was a trooper. And I was like, you don't have to come tomorrow. And she didn't say anything. So I knew I was in trouble. Mm-hmm. And she wanted to get down the mountain.
It's always when they get quiet, man. Yeah. That's when you got to worry about them.
That's when you need to
evacuate.
Yeah. Get to higher ground. Quickly.
That's really cool, though. That sounds like a cool time. How many people went to Moab?
So it was the 5 of us in the family. Some of us brought friends or significant others. I brought Olivia. Corey brought his wife. Trent brought his buddy Jay. He bought his buddy Jay. That's not allowed anymore. You can't do that.
We stopped that.
We stopped that. So there were 8 of us in the main group, and then we had 7 customer vehicles join us, which totaled of 13 additional people. So we had like 20, 22, maybe a few more that joined us later on from like Cali, which was kind of cool. Cool. Strangers we'd never met. They were just like, we want to come. It's so crazy.
Then they came.
So they did. And they broke stuff. And it was a messy time.
All right, the last question I want to ask you. Yes. As we enter into the second half of our 20s, we kind of did when we turned 25, but as we keep going into that time frame, what's the biggest piece of advice you could give to someone who's turning 18, 19, 20-ish and just getting started in the world as an adult?
Don't take everything so seriously. Everyone is doing this life thing for the first time. No one knows what they're doing. So have fun and don't be afraid to mess up, because you will.
It's true.
That's the main thing, you know.
Yeah.
Love who you love, and yeah, have fun. Cool. And yeah.
Dude, this has been really fun. This has been awesome. I really enjoyed this.
Me too.
Do you have any? How will people find you? What's your handles?
Bradley Bynum on Instagram. Bradley Bynum on Spotify, whatever. But
yeah.
No, I'm not on social media much for my personal stuff. I think, you said something earlier. It might have been on camera or not on camera, but it was that you hope I find a project that I am passionate about, that I truly enjoy and want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I'm
still kind of finding where that is for me. And I think that's okay at 25.
Yeah.
But, I'm feeling a little stress from getting older. And
I get it, yeah.
I'm working on it. And I think it's cool to see that you're starting something new and doing what you love. And you've always kind of been like a best friend and mentor, because you're like a year ahead of me.
Oh, true.
So all throughout high school, I was like looking up to you, and I still do.
That's good timing for that.
So.
Dude, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.